Welcome back to The Spiral Way. I'm Professor Melanie, and this podcast is dedicated to those of you walking the path of your soul mission, especially those building a business or a body of work that's not just profitable, but purposeful. And today I want to talk about something I've lived through. The moment when everything you've asked for finally shows up, and yet something feels off. This episode is called When the Money Came, But the Joy Left. So yes, I've had money seasons. I've had 5-figure launches, sold out programs, full courses. There was even a time where I had 2 7-figure businesses running at the same time. But before any of that, I said no to something that everyone around me would have said yes to. In 2019, I was offered a position as what's known as a minor Ivy League. It was a director-level position in higher education, 6-figure salary, full benefits, academic freedom, and security. I had worked for that moment. Even pursued a doctorate I was near completing. This was a type of job that people keep for life. This is the type of job that you retire from. And Spirit said, no. Not just no to the job, but yes to something unknown. I didn't know I would become a spiritual teacher. I didn't know I'd be on YouTube teaching about chakras, soul contracts, and ascension. I just knew I couldn't betray my calling. And so I let it all go. The degree, the job, the path that made sense on paper. Now, what came next wasn't overnight success. It was building something literally from scratch, with trembling faith and no blueprint at all. Eventually, the money started coming in. Programs started filling. Business was flowing. But something else happened. The people around me started noticing the revenue and not the reverence. They saw financial potential, but not the spiritual power. They wanted to replicate the numbers, but not the mission. And I started to lose sight of why I even began. I was surrounded by hustle, by strategies and metrics, by people who wanted to leverage what I built for their gain. And I allowed it. I got swept up in it. And I thought, maybe this is what success looks like now. But deep down, I knew. I was drifting. I wasn't teaching the way I used to. I wasn't feeling the presence of spirit in the way I used to. And I didn't know how to stop it. Because on the surface, everything was working. Until it wasn't. In September of 2023, I was in a car accident. I suffered a serious concussion. And for about a week, I lost my voice. Literally. Completely. And I grieved. Not for the revenue, not for the brand, but for the part of me that teaches. Because that is a gift I've been entrusted with. And in that silent week, Spirit said, watch. Pay attention to everything. So I did. I started observing what I had ignored. The dynamics, the decisions, the energy around me. And I remember being in the bathtub, tired, quiet, and ready to surrender. And I whispered, I only want what's true. Whatever is in 100% alignment with my path, and if it's not, let it go, even if it hurts. And it did hurt. Because when you make a vow like that, everything not in alignment has to fall away. And for me, it did. People left, programs collapsed, students withdrew. Support systems I thought were solid disappeared. It felt like a loss. But now I see it was a cleansing. It was a spiral doing what it always does, bringing me back. Back to the sacred, back to the original call, back to what matters. And in the next episode, I'll tell you what happened after that. Because that unraveling, it became the return. And if you're there now, if you're watching things fall apart, wondering what happened, wondering where spirit went, you're not being punished. You're being purified. We'll talk about it soon. And until then, this is the Spiral Way.